definitely.
Probably.
I never used to be like, I don't know, into music. So when I was in like secondary school, really, I was kind of, you know, I listened to music, but I didn't listen to music.
Because the sort of music I used to listen to, but still listen to, me and the group of friends that I used to hang around with in school, we all sort of shared the same music interests, and we were kind of in that little group of people that enjoyed a certain type of music.
But now I feel like a lot of the time, a lot of lyrics and stuff that I listen to like connects with me a lot and has shaped me into who I am. Like a lot of music has changed the way I see things and the way I, you know, like present myself, I guess. I don't know, it's hard, there's quite a lot.
I think in terms of like being a fan of their music and just their general sort of like attitude and persona and things like that, it's probably Black Sabbath as a band, but Ozzy Osbourne as a frontman. I think his energy and attitude and his background I kind of resonated a lot with when I was younger. Not as, obviously, nowhere near as crazy as Ozzy and some of his antics, but the fact that he, you know, where he was born and grew up was like 15 minutes away from where I used to live. He was very sort of working class. You know, and that's the kind of like all the people I was surrounded with when I was growing up and younger were kind of, and family as well, were from that sort of background.
I guess Kendrick is a basic answer just because he's probably my favourite at the moment anyway. He's been my favourite for a while.
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah.
He makes important music. Like, not mainly to me, but just to the world, you know what I mean? So a lot of that connects with me, even if it's not like something that's directly, you know, about like experiences that I've had. But I don't know, he's someone that's like mattered a lot to me and changed the way I see a lot of things in life.
It's kind of weird, to be fair. I remember, like, I was aware of Black Sabbath and I was aware of Ozzy, but I kind of was exposed to him the wrong way round.
When I first listened to Mr. Morale, his like latest album, it didn't connect with me really. I didn't like it very much, but after like listening to it again and again and again, it kind of, you know, clicked.
It was the MTV series, The Osbournes, which was like a documentary, reality TV type thing. And that's when I was first saw him as a persona. Then as I got a little bit older, through the later years of secondary school, that's when I started to get more exposed to the music. Mainly because it was like, oh, have you heard of this band that are from Birmingham? And it was like, wow, there's a band from Birmingham that like sold millions of records all around the world and are world famous, and Ozzy's in there, you know, that personality. And then it was listening to that music and just listening to the energy and the riffs and the lyrics and the fact that Ozzy actually can't really sing. He'll be like one of the first people to say that, but that didn't really matter when it came to the music. They came up with metal, you know, without Black Sabbath, that as a genre arguably probably wouldn't exist. They're the founders of that, and that sort of energy of being like a teenager and listening to that sort of music with friends, like, drinking beer, listening to the songs, watching the videos, and just seeing these guys with like long hair and Brummie accents just making brilliant music was just something that really resonated with me growing up.
I was kind of opened up to hip hop like around the SoundCloud era, so like XXXTentacion and stuff like that. So like stuff that I've gone back to and I'm like not as fond about really. But it's, that's probably like thinking about the main way that I kind of got into it and started listening to stuff like that. But like looking at my taste then, like with all that stuff, and then now it's just completely different, which is cool to see how like different hip hop can be.
Not so much sort of heavy metal though. Before that, I was into like music that my friends and their older siblings were into. So it was all like a lot of American-based rock music. So music at the time, when I was your age and a bit younger, it was like Korn and Limp Bizkit and Slipknot and things like that. Those were the sorts of bands I was listening to. And then I kind of found Black Sabbath later, which sounds like it should be the other way around, but that's kind of how it worked for me.
Well, generally, I think all of his music's like spoken to me, but then, the stuff on Mr. Morale, like about his auntie specifically, like that song, Auntie Diaries, is one that like, I don't know, widened my eyes.
I don't know whether he's so much as shaped me, but I admire his energy and his passion and his approach to life generally. I know he's had his problems, well recorded problems with substance abuse and things like that.
Good evening, Ozzy.
What?
But in terms of his general sort of positive energy, and I really sort of appreciate that. That kind of resonates with me somewhat. And yeah, he's just seems like a real sort of fun guy to be around.
To Pimp a Butterfly, a lot of the stuff on that kind of made me realise that there's other world problems that I'm not facing but are very important and need to be talked about.
I would ask him all about the Blizzard of Oz tour, where he toured with Motley Crue in the 80s. I want to know what else really happened. And I'd ask him about what it was like working with Randy Rhoads in his solo career when he was going around performing as Ozzy Osbourne. Randy Rhoads was his guitarist. I'd ask what it was really like working with him. See if there's any like little stories or anecdotes and things, any nuggets of gold. But yeah.
Keep going. Please don't stop making music. And I guess just thank you.